We're going to take a look at TRIAS, ticker TRIAS, as everybody knows. Anybody who watches my channel, we all know about TRIAS. Actually, TRIAS videos have been getting more views on my YouTube than my damn Bitcoin videos. So, BPro, and this might turn into a BPro, TRIAS, and Veracity channel here sooner than later. Okay, again, this is respecting the hell out of the weekly 10. Weekly 10 is this red line. If Bitcoin can do anything that's even decent, so sideways or better, okay, stay above 39.5, something like that, this has permission to fly if Bitcoin can move up. And because of this, so it's going to depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin breaks down and goes to 32K, yeah, this is probably going to come back down to $3.80. It's going to have a 60, 50, whatever percent that is. Yeah, that's only 40. It might actually, so if Bitcoin hit 30K, it actually might go lower than $3.80. But you get what I'm saying. This will be affected by Bitcoin. However, because of this respect, if Bitcoin can at least stay above 39.5, which means it goes down a little bit, but at least stays above about here, TRIAS is going to continue respecting its weekly 10. And then if Bitcoin, let's say it did go down 39.5, then had to pop up to 50K, this has permission to fly, and it can be a very big move, like well over 100% move. It could be. So again, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying market buy TRIAS, you're going to double your money. What I am saying is it has permission to have a hell of a move if Bitcoin permits and can do something a little bit more spectacular than sideways movement. Because of the respect on the weekly 10 EMA, which is the single most important EMA in all of crypto, and I personally would argue it's the single most important indicator in all of crypto. However, that's easy to argue. But in terms of EMAs, I don't think it's possible to really intelligently argue against that. And in traditional markets, I think it might be the weekly 21. So yeah, 20 days of respect. And so it, and again, I told you, it fell out of this trading channel. Let me delete this box. It fell, and let me get rid of this too. It fell out of this trading channel, and I told you I'm worried about it because it came up and used it as resistance. Remember that back in one of my TRIAS videos? And I said, because it's done that, it needs to move sideways on top of its weekly 10, because this right here in general is just bad. So your best hope is sideways on the weekly 10. And guess what's happened? It's gone sideways on the weekly 10. So now I can delete this channel. And just because it fell out and got rejected from the channel, price should, assuming Bitcoin stays over 39,500, this is good. It's good. Its next target, I mean, I can't really, since this is a community coin, I can't give you exact sell strategies like, if you have $1,000 of TRIAS, maybe 20 bag here, 30 bag here, 40 bag there, like dump all of it if it hits this or whatever. I can't do that kind of stuff. But I am telling you, if Bitcoin has any sort of move close to 48, 49, 50K, this has the ingredients to have 100% move or bigger, which means it would go to $11 to $12. From a strictly percentage basis, I'm not making horizontals. I'm not making guess of $11, $12 because it matches up with something over here on the chart. It's just because of this permission. It's a small cap. It can easily get 100% move. And it's going to take a pretty big move on Bitcoin to the downside to invalidate all this, because I would say somewhere around 39.5 Bitcoin, this should stay within realm of writing. But if Bitcoin starts getting below 39.5, in that area, that's when it's going to start dipping into this box somewhere sub $5. It'll be about sub $5 if Bitcoin makes a bigger move below about 39K, and that would be that's what you got for TRIAS. It's looking really good, folks. And again, remember how I started off my live stream showing you the poll from Twitter and I didn't show you the YouTube one. I did the same poll on YouTube. It's even worse. Even fewer people holding Tether. There's still it's over a 50% chance there's going to be a capitulation in 2022. Whether you agree or not, if you disagree with that, you're wrong. Okay? I'm telling you. there is over a 50% chance of capitulation in 2022. I'm trying to freaking help you, right? And this is kind of like me back in March and April yelling at people to sell. And they're like, no, B-Pro's going higher than 4 cents. This is nothing. I was like, no, people, right? And what, or Veracity people. And Veracity people making fun of me for 45 days because it inched a little bit above where I said, this is going to be a top, right? So I'm telling you, if you don't agree with it, I'm telling you, you are wrong. Could you be right that it won't capitulate? Yes, you could be right there, but you are wrong about the statistical probability. In fact, that it is statistically probable that Bitcoin will capitulate or at least revisit 29K. That could be counted as pseudo capitulation, but you would be wrong about about it being probable or not that it capitulates, right? Just because something's probable doesn't guarantee it's going to happen. Like if I win $1, if I roll a die 2 through 6, and you win when you roll a 1, I have the statistical odds. That's what I'm telling you. I'm the 2 through 6. You need to roll a 1 to win. Could you roll a 1 and Bitcoin doesn't capitulate? Yes. Right? So for TRIAS, even though it's looking really good right now, so this is Pokemon card trading advice. This is not financial advice. If you are looking to get into TRIAS and trade it and, become a buyer, you either need to have that with the mindset of a DCA. So if let's say I have $5,000 available, DCA means you only use a small portion, like $300 or $400 for this to be a DCA, right? So that's DCA people. This isn't a time to use all of your money because there is a probability of capitulation. Or the second type of person, you swing trade or, click around with your money, buy and sell 2 times a week. If you do that with TRIAS now, and I know you can't see my screen. I want you listening to the words coming out of my mouth. Honestly, right now, it doesn't look like a bad time to pick up some TRIAS if you do it with the intention of being a seller of the same amount of TRIAS you just bought within a reasonable time frame. Because somewhere around late April or early May, I'm telling you, it could get really ugly. So if you become a buyer in TRIAS, those are the 2 mindsets that I would suggest from a Pokemon card non-financial advice standpoint. Either use it as a DCA, which means you don't throw all your money at it now, right? Or 2, you become a buyer with the intent to sell within a reasonable time frame with a specific target of a percentage up, like I want a 20% move, 18% move, so you're back into Tether because there is a probability of a capitulation this year, and it might not be far away. That's TRIAS for you. And for people who have watched my channel since way back, I haven't yelled at people for a long time, so I wanted to yell at you. But I'm telling you, you have to have one of those 2 mindsets. If you're a TRIAS fan, or even so, B-Pro's doing the same thing. Same to B-Pro. Just imagine I yelled at you B-Pro people too. All right, 2 mindsets. Okay, that's TRIAS.